Hi, this is Pastor Kurt, and this is your 5-minute Bible study. Today, we're going to be looking at Exodus 32, the story of the golden calf. So, just to catch you up with where we are in the overall story, the people of Israel have been set free from Egypt, they crossed the Red Sea, they entered the wilderness, they got the 10 Commandments, they've been complaining to God that they're hungry, God gave them manna, so God's been taking care of them all this time. But the people have turned away from God. Now you would think, with all of the wonderful stuff that God has been doing for them, that they would be staying faithful to God, that they would be worshiping God and praising God and devoting their lives to the God who's taking care of them. But they didn't. Instead, they ended up building themselves a golden calf. In this scene, Moses is up on the mountain talking to God, and he's been up there for a while. So long, in fact, that the people down below at the bottom of the mountain think that he's died. They don't think he's coming back at all. So Aaron, Moses' brother, who's leading the people along with Moses, he tells the people, "Bring me all of your gold jewelry. We're going to melt it down, build a golden calf, and we're going to worship it." It sounds dumb to us because we know that there is one God, not this silly golden calf. It's really easy for us to pick on them for making this idol, right? We don't worship statues today. That's ridiculous. But quite often we do put things in the place of God. Maybe we don't worship statues made out of gold, but we do put things in the place of God. And whatever you put in the place of God, that's an idol. So what are some of our golden calves today? Probably the first one that a lot of people think of is money. And okay, money can be something that we put in place of God. But what about family? What about yourself? What about how you want your life to go? Now it's getting a little closer to home, huh? Maybe some of us don't think of ourselves as materialistic or thinking about money a lot, but we do often think of ourselves, or we often say family comes first. Sometimes we end up putting these things before God. We make our own idols. So even though it's easy for us to pick on the people of Israel for making this idol, we do the same thing. Why? We know that it's the same God who took care of the people in the wilderness who's taking care of us today. So why do we do this? Why do we worship idols instead of the God who's taking care of us? Maybe because we don't trust God sometimes? Maybe because we want to be in charge instead of letting God be in charge? Because when we let God be in charge, that's a sign of faith. That's a sign of having trust in God. And sometimes that's really hard. When Moses came back down the mountain, he saw what was going on. He saw that the people had built this idol. He saw they were worshiping it, and he got furious. So mad, in fact, that he took the tablets of the law in his hands, threw them on the ground, and smashed them in a fit of rage. He then had to go back up the mountain and get another copy from God. Moses was not happy. He was trying to lead the people the way God wanted, and yet here they were worshiping this idol, thinking that this golden calf is the one who led them out of Egypt and is taking care of them. Again, sometimes we do the same thing. We need to remember that it is not ourselves, it is not our family, it is not money. None of those things take care of us or love us the way God does. And this is an ongoing struggle for many of us, that so often we put things in the place of God. But we need to remember that there is only one God who is worthy of our worship and our devotion. The one who led the people out of Egypt, the one who came to us in Jesus Christ, the one who empowers us today through the Holy Spirit. This is the God we are called to worship and adore and follow. There's your 5-minute Bible study for today. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.